You are watching the third part of the FreeCAD BIM structural project course by FCB Lounge. In the previous part, we went through the basic FreeCAD setup for our work, and in this part, we will set up our project, including grids and levels. So we can create a new BIM project by clicking this button on the FreeCAD Start screen. So if I click it, a new file is opened and it's a default BIM project, empty. And to set up my project, first I will save it. So I will go to File, Save, and I will name it Structural Tutorial. Okay. And I recommend you to save often because FreeCAD may sometimes crash. And if I look into the model, I've got just an empty project. And you can set up your company or who created this project. What's very important is setting up project units, which we set up here. And if I click this drop down, you can see my options. And I definitely recommend you not to use these first three. So for this project, we will be using centimeters. So I will select building euro. But even if you are working in millimeters, I would recommend you to use the FEM. This one, not this one. And if you are using meters, I would recommend you to use this one instead of this one for BIM projects. But now you can see I have set up the building euro, so we will be working in centimeters in this project. Now, because at the end we will want to export our project as an IFC file, we will want to follow the IFC standard structure. So I will first create a site object. So I will click this button and this creates the site object, which is typical for IFC file, and it has got some properties, and I will name this site the name of my site. So let's say it's lot 205, and I could add other site properties for this site, but for now I will not do this. But standard IFC spatial structure includes a building object on a site. So I will click this button to create a building, and I will select it and rename it to building object 111. Let's say that's the name of the building object, and I will drag and drop the building object onto the site. So its spatial structure is the site and then is the building object. And of course, I want to have several levels in my building objects or stories. So I will deselect everything and create a new level object by clicking this button. And you can see the level label here. So I will change this level to level 01, then click away. This is important, and create another level and rename it level 02. And then another level and name it level 003. And then I will also want to have one level for the foundation. So again, I will click this button and I will change this name to level foundation. Okay, and now I will select all of these levels and drag and drop them into the building, so they are part of the building. So now I've got my levels in my building, but I would want to have the level foundation above the level 1. So I will right click the building group or container, and I will select from the context menu, I will select reorder children, and this opens up this task panel, and I will drag and drop this level foundation up here. So, and click OK. So now it's reordered like this. So it's nicely set up. But now here in the BIM panels view, to view it, you can click this button. If you don't see it, you can see here is my spatial structure, the building and levels, and all of the levels are at the 0 height, 0 centimeters. So I want to change this. So I know the level foundation should be 30 centimeters below the level 1. So I will select it and then double click here and then type in -30 centimeters, hit enter, and you can see that the foundation has moved. Now I will click here at level 2 and double click on the position, and this one will be 350, and you can see that it moved up here, and level 3 should be, and I will again click here, double click, and this one will be 700 centimeters above the basic ground. If I zoom out, you can see that the level 3 has moved here. If I wanted to have these labels larger, I would select all of these levels, go to the view properties of the levels, and change the font size to, let's say, 25, so I can read them more easily. Now that we have our basic spatial structure set up, the second important part of a structural project is the grid. And now I will go to the PDF file that is part of the course materials that you can download for free from the FCB Lounge shop. And here on the second page, we have got the level 1 floor plan, and here you can see the grid that I have got 4 vertical and 4 horizontal grids, and the vertical are 700 centimeters from each other, and the horizontal are here 500 centimeters, then 700 centimeters, and then 500 centimeters. And based on this grid, we will then be placing our columns and other structural objects. So let's create this grid. Let's jump back into FreeCAD. And to create the grid, we will use this arch axis object. So I will click this button, and it creates the basic axis. And if I turn on my grid, you can see that it's always placing it at the 0.000, so then I can move it. So I will disable my grid, and I will look from the top on my project. So I want to set this to be 1, 2, 3, 4 with the 700 centimeters in between them. So I will double click the axis, and here I can add more axes. So I will add 1, 2, 3, so I've got 4. Now I can place distances in between them, but now you have to be careful, because even though our project units are set up to centimeters, this axis task panel is not yet updated to work with project units, so it works always with millimeters. So here I will be setting up millimeters, so I will set up 7,000 in between the first and the second one, and you can see that the second one is here another 7,000 centimeters, the third one is here, and then the fourth one will be again 7,000. And if I hit close, I have set up the grid, and you can see now that when I use these distances, the bubbles and labels are small. So I will select the object, go to the view properties, and I will set up the bubble size to be 90 centimeters and the font size to be 50, so I can read it better. And also what I want to have is I want to have these bubbles on both sides of each axis. So I will change the bubble position here from start to both, so it is at both ends. And let me also change the length of the axis, so it's in the data properties of the axis, and the default length is 300 centimeters, so I will change it to 20,000, so it's 20, oh that's too much, 2,000, so it's 20 meters, like so. And I will also rename the object so I know that it's axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I will name it 1. And now I want to create also these axes, the A, B, C, D. So I will create a new axis object. So I will deselect everything and create this axis object again. And you can see it's placed here. And I will first rename it. So axis A. And I want to rotate it, so while having it selected, I will right click in the project tree and use the transform tool, This one enables me to move and rotate objects. So I will rotate it like so and hit OK. And now I will have to do the same setup. So in the view, I will set the bubble size to 90, font size to 50, and then I will change the length to 2000 centimeters. Now I can already see that it's too short, so 2400. Okay, and maybe I will again select it, right click, and I want to move it, so I will choose the transform tool and then move it by hand like so. Okay, let's say that's good for me. And I want to have the bubbles on both sides, so again the bubble position will be both. And I want these to be not numbers but letters, so I will change it from 1 to numbering style. I will change it to ABC, so I'm starting with A. The orientation I will solve later. And now I want to add another axis, so this one will be 500 centimeters, then 700, and then 500. So I will again double click or right click the axis and choose edit to enter the edit mode, and I will add 1, 2, and 3. Now I'll set up the distances, but if I set it up to 5000, you can see that it's in the wrong direction. So I will instead go minus 5000, and it's the right direction. Then again, this one will be minus 7000, and this one will be minus 5000 again, and I will close out. And now I will select this first system, right click, transform, and then move it a bit down. Okay, so now I've got my grid set up, and I will want to place these two objects into a group so I can work with it and it's clearer in the project tree. So I will create a new group. So I will click this button, it adds a group here, and I will name this group grid. And I will select these two objects and drag and drop them into the grid group. So this is my grid setup and spatial structure setup of my project. So now I will go and save my project, because we are ready for the next part of the course where we will create the structural 3D model of our building.